So, about Nathan's Ridge, I had multiple attempts at recovery and sobriety. I completed 28-day program several times, but I always had a shortcut plan. You know, when I got out of rehab, I would avoid any strenuous aftercare, the path of least resistance, and I kept getting a little bit of time and would relapse, end up back in rehab, take a shorter path once I got out of rehab, trying to get back to life. I have 3 kids and a wife, so I felt like I needed to hurry up and get back to saving the day, and I really wasn't any help in the state that I was in, even after a rehab. So the final time that I went to rehab, I was planning on doing the same thing, circumventing the system and getting back home, telling everybody I was good, and just kind of fighting through it on my own. I had a meeting, and my wife and family said I wasn't welcome home, and they wanted me to go to Nathan's Ridge. And I knew there was some structure at Nathan's Ridge, and there was a program, and so being the addict that I am, I went and called several other places to live that were could be camouflaged as a structured sober living house, but more just kind of a freelance house, and all of them had waiting lists. And so I called Laura Lee back, and I could either sit and wait in rehab for a waiting list spot to come open, or she said she'd come get me tomorrow and I could go to Nathan's Ridge. And so it took me about an hour to come to terms with the fact that I was going there, and I didn't want to go there, and everyone knew I was going to end up going there, but everyone but me. And I was really apprehensive. You know, I wanted to get back with my kids and felt like that was where I needed to be, and I needed to help. And I didn't want to go to any kind of sober living or structured living because of the restrictions that I was projecting on the situation. You know, what I thought the schedule would be like, what I thought the zero tolerance stuff would be like. And I got there to Nathan's Ridge, and it was quite the opposite. It was pro-family. My wife was welcome to everything that she qualified for: Celebrate Recovery, Bible studies. She was not an alcoholic or an addict, so she didn't come to the AA meeting, but church. And Literally encouraged the family unit and encouraged me to use my pastime, my off time, to be with them. And you know, a couple holidays came when I was at Nathan's Ridge, and she didn't tell us early, so we didn't make any crazy plans, but usually we would be able to stay with our family on, you know, the night before the 4th of July or something along those lines, you know. And that's really where I had the real apprehension about going, was I wasn't sure how restricted something like that would be. And come to find out that it was all pro-family and pro-group and pro-network, and trying to put everybody into the same group so that, you know, after Nathan's Ridge, I'm still tied to the community. And I think that probably is the difference for me, is that even when I didn't want to go to a meeting, or even when I didn't want to go to a Bible study, I'd always make my way to church on Sunday, and I would see the people from the group, you know, from Nathan's Ridge, from the house, and that were in my circle, and it kept me attached to my circle, even when I didn't realize it was keeping me attached to my circle. And I think that was crucial in the longest stint of recovery I've had so far. Thanks.